stand tall and seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way. With every beat, a chance to play in the rhythm of each new day.
So imagine, you're standing on a grassy hill just before dawn. You know, the first pale light is just starting to touch the tips of the wildflowers around you, and a sudden breeze hits your face.
Sounds pretty peaceful.
Right, it does. And for you and me, that breeze is really just a shift in barometric pressure. It's just background noise, right? The static of the natural world.
Yeah, exactly. Just weather.
But imagine for a moment if you could tune out that static. Like, what if you could reach out, isolate a single frequency, and actually hear the whispered history of humanity carried on that wind?
Wow.
Yeah. Welcome to today's deep dive into what it truly means to be living well and living rich.
And we are taking a slightly unconventional route today to explore those concepts. I mean, Our source material for this deep dive isn't a peer-reviewed journal or some dense economic white paper.
Not at all.
It is actually a modern children's tale.
And before you skip ahead, thinking we're just going to sit here and read a bedtime story, let me assure you, this book is a Trojan horse.
It really is.
It is packed with these profound, deeply applicable lessons about cognitive overload, emotional intelligence, and the mechanics of accessible knowledge. So today we're unpacking a beautifully illustrated book called The Cloud Whisperer.
Written by Dr. Shu Chen Hou.
Yes. And she holds a PhD from the University of Bristol and is the driving force behind Kokoshungsan, which is a global digital education publisher.
Which, makes this a fascinating artifact right from the jump. You have a highly educated academic choosing the medium of a seemingly simple storybook to convey these incredibly complex ideas about how we learn and how we connect with each other.
Okay, let's unpack this. So the premise centers around a young protagonist named Aiden Storm.
Right.
And Aiden has this peculiar gift we just mentioned. He can literally hear the stories carried by the clouds. So where others hear the wind, he hears faint, ancient murmurs.
It's such a striking image.
He is picking up the soft echoes of lives lived far away long ago or, even yet to come.
And the author establishes this really powerful metaphor right out of the gate. I mean, Aiden is perceiving a layer of reality that the rest of society is completely oblivious to.
Yeah, they just brush it off.
Right. He is highly attuned to the signals that everyone else just dismisses as noise.
It actually reminds me of being a master sound engineer. Like if you walk into a crowded room, you just hear a wall of overwhelming chatter. It's just noise.
Right, just a din.
But a trained sound engineer can magically isolate the vocal track of a single conversation happening in the corner. Aiden can do that with humanity's history.
That's a great way to put it.
But a gift like that, especially for a kid, it isn't just magical. It is profoundly isolating. It could easily be terrifying or simply beaten out of him by adults telling him to, stop making things up.
And that vulnerability is exactly what the story addresses first, through the character of Grandmother Willow.
Oh, she's a great character.
She really is. So she is 78 years old, lives on the edge of the forest, and acts as this crucial anchor for his gift. She doesn't dismiss his reality at all.
Now for a second.
Instead, she actively guides him outside on windy afternoons and teaches him to trust his perception.
And we see this play out in the real world all the time, right?
Yeah.
Well beyond childhood. Grandmother Willow is essentially modeling the concept of psychological safety.
Yes, exactly. Let's follow that thread for a second. Because psychological safety in a learning environment, or even in a corporate workspace, is the foundational belief that you won't be punished for sharing a raw, unconventional idea.
Right.
Grandmother Willow represents that crucial first step of any true education, which is validation.
Because if a junior employee comes to a manager with an idea that sounds slightly crazy, like maybe they're perceiving a market trend, the manager completely doesn't see.
Yeah, the manager has a choice there.
Exactly. Dismiss it as an overactive imagination, which, kills the innovation immediately, or validate the observation. And Grandmother Willow didn't just passively tolerate Aiden, she gave his unique perspective oxygen.
Because validation provides the runway for refinement. Once Aiden trusts his gift, Grandmother Willow hands him a yellowed map pointing to the eastern mountains.
She gives him direction.
Right. She tells him to seek out a mentor. She recognizes that raw talent, even when it's validated, just isn't enough. It requires infrastructure.
So Aiden makes this journey, and he finds a woman named Elara Breeze, who is the keeper of cloud tales.
Such a cool title.
It is. And she lives in this incredible room filled to the brim with scrolls and drawings of clouds in every conceivable shape. But her lesson to Aiden isn't about listening harder.
No, it's very different.
It's highly physical. She teaches him to place a hand on his chest, feel the rhythm of his own heartbeat, and consciously sync that rhythm to the drifting cloud above him.
And this is the moment the narrative shifts, really, from a whimsical premise to a deep exploration of the mechanics of empathy. Right, because the clouds are carrying raw human experiences. A mother rocking a child, a field of dancing wildflowers, the heavy silhouette of a tired traveler.
Like real human moments?
Exactly. These are pure data points of joy, sorrow, and mourning.
I do have to pause you there, though, because placing a hand on your chest and syncing your heartbeat to a cloud, I mean, it sounds beautiful in a fable.
Sure.
But let's bring this into the real world for our listeners.
Mm-hmm.
If I'm sitting in a tense boardroom or trying to navigate a difficult conversation with a frustrated colleague, how does this idea of radical empathy actually work without just leaving me completely emotionally exhausted? I mean, empathy can be draining.
Oh, absolutely. That is the fundamental challenge of emotional intelligence, isn't it? What you're describing is emotional absorption.
Right.
Taking on someone else's stress as your own, which leads to rapid burnout. But look at the specific mechanism Elara teaches. She doesn't tell Aiden to absorb the cloud.
Oh, that's true.
She tells him to center himself first, literally feel his own heartbeat, and then align his frequency to the external source. In psychological terms, this is closer to somatic empathy combined with healthy boundary setting.
Oh, I see. So it's about mirroring and regulation rather than just acting like an emotional sponge for everyone else's problems.
Precisely. To truly understand another person's perspective, you have to regulate your own nervous system enough to be receptive. You have to quiet your own internal monologue.
That is so hard to do.
It is. But by focusing on his heartbeat, Aiden grounds himself in his own reality before he engages with the traveler's heavy pack or the mother's rocking. He is processing the data through alignment, not absorption.
That makes a lot of sense. I mean, you can't listen with your ears if your brain is screaming with its own anxieties.
Right.
You have to align your state to be receptive.
Exactly.
But even with that grounding, empathy in a vacuum is still just a solitary experience.
Yeah.
I mean, Aiden's sitting on hillsides having these profound emotional connections, but the world around him hasn't changed at all.
Which introduces the necessity of translation. Acquiring wisdom naturally necessitates a system for sharing it. Otherwise, it just stagnates.
Right. Which brings us to Liam Sky. So Aiden returns from his journey with notebooks stuffed full of frantic sketches and snatches of melody, really struggling to capture these ethereal moments.
And Liam is 17, bright, and deeply curious about the local legends surrounding Aiden.
Yeah, he climbs the hill, bringing a journal and an audio recorder, and he starts interrogating Aiden's experience with these brilliant clarifying questions. He asks, who is this cloud from? What emotions are strongest? How can we help others feel this wonder?
Liam is the operational side of the equation, because empathy doesn't scale on its own.
Right.
It needs a framework. Liam takes the profound, intuitive experience Aiden is having and builds an architecture around it so it can actually be communicated to others. He turns magic into an accessible format.
But here's where the source material throws a massive curveball. I mean, you're reading this lyrical, beautiful tale about empathy and translation, and suddenly the author drops a hard science character right into the middle of the narrative.
Oh yeah, it's quite a shift.
Right. Word spreads about what Aiden and Liam are doing, and Dr. Aria Thompson arrives at the cottage.
And Dr. Thompson is a highly respected scientist who has spent her entire life studying atmospheric physics and weather patterns. She represents the modern empirical paradigm.
It's like my sound engineer analogy from earlier. Aiden's in the studio, intuitively feeling the music, and Dr. Thompson is the acoustician who kicks down the door with a decibel meter and a clipboard, demanding to know the exact frequency of the bass line.
That's a perfect analogy.
She shows up measuring wind speed and humidity. She is highly skeptical that these clouds are carrying coherent human memories. And I have to admit, I've struggled with this initially. Why introduce a meteorologist into a fairy tale?
Well, because we live in a world that demands empirical evidence. We want data, we want metrics, we want measurable ROI.
So true.
If the author had left Dr. Thompson out, the story would sort of imply that intuition exists in a completely separate realm from reality. But by introducing the scientist, Dr. Hou confronts the tension between pure wonder and rigorous inquiry head on.
She brings the scientific method to a magic show. And the collision is just fascinating.
Right. And watch the progression of Dr. Thompson's character. She observes, She remains skeptical, but she doesn't shut down the experiment. She remains open to discovery.
Yeah.
And when she finally puts on the headphones and listens to the audio recordings Liam made when the data meets the intuition, she actually hears the soft choir of voices captured on tape.
And her reaction is so telling. She doesn't panic. Her eyes get bright, and she admits, quote, "This defies everything I know."
The data sheets don't negate Aiden's empathy. They validate that there is something profound happening that simply requires a new way of measuring. It proves that intuition and hard science are not enemies.
And we see this tension constantly in modern leadership and learning. You have the creatives relying on gut feeling and the analysts refusing to move without a spreadsheet.
Oh, all the time.
The story argues that the most profound breakthroughs happen when the analyst provides the infrastructure to capture the creative's intuition. Don't dismiss the intuitive just because it's hard to quantify, and don't fear the data just because it feels clinical.
And because of that synthesis, Aiden's mission scales massively. He becomes a literal bridge between the clouds and humanity. The narrative describes people gathering in city squares and on hilltops, turning their faces to the sky.
Yeah.
The world starts listening. They realize that every single voice matters.
And it is at this exact point in the deep dive that we had to pull back the curtain and look at the real-world implications of this story. Because The Cloud Whisperer is not just a standalone piece of fiction.
No, it's not.
It is a direct manifestation of the philosophy behind its publisher, Kokoshungsan.
The parallels are undeniable. I mean, Aiden and Liam's mission to take complex, distant wisdom and translate it into a format anyone can understand. That is the exact mission of Kokoshungsan as a global digital education publisher.
And the ethos of that company is deeply rooted in Dr. Shu Chen Hou's own family heritage, which is where this gets truly interesting to me. The philosophical foundation actually stems from a long-established shop in Taiwan called the Yongsheng Herbal Pharmacy,
Right.
which was run by the founder's parents, Mr. Hu Shusan and Mrs. Peng Kaifeng.
And, the transition from an herbal pharmacy to a digital education publisher might seem a bit jarring at first glance, but the methodology is actually identical.
Well, think about how an herbalist operates. When you are sick, they don't hit you with one massive, overwhelming intervention.
Mm-hmm.
They don't hand you an encyclopedia of botany.
Right, that wouldn't help at all.
No, they carefully select a pinch of this root, a dried leaf of that plant, maybe a few specific seeds. They combine small, highly targeted ingredients to create a powerful, customized healing remedy.
Now apply that mechanism to modern education. We are currently living in an era of unprecedented cognitive overload.
Unprecedented.
We are doom scrolling through endless feeds, cramming massive volumes of data into our heads, and mistaking the consumption of information for the actual acquisition of knowledge.
Yeah, we think if we just read enough newsletters or memorize enough statistics, we'll somehow be wise. But the cognitive load acts as a filter, and we end up retaining almost nothing.
Exactly. The Kokoshungsan approach bypasses that cognitive filter entirely. Their belief is that learning does not need to be complicated to be profound. Just like the herbalist's remedy, they believe that small ideas, understood with absolute clarity, are what create lasting change.
It's the antithesis of the information fire hose. Let's find the clear, resonant note, just like Aiden finding the single voice in the wind, and let's make sure it is deeply somatically understood. Let's make sure it lands in the chest, not just the brain.
And this methodology is beautifully encapsulated in their guiding mottos. Knowledge changes destiny, and education changes the world. But notice how they define education. Right, it isn't the hoarding of facts. It's the illumination of the mind. They utilize simple, well-crafted stories to shift a reader's entire perspective, sparking hope and empowering individuals.
Which is why the imprint that published this book, Kokoshungsan Kids, isn't just churning out passive entertainment. They are stealthily building a curriculum for character education, media literacy, and ethical participation in society.
Yeah.
They are trying to build a foundation for an entire generation of empathetic listeners.
They are essentially trying to mass-produce Aiden Storms.
I love that.
Right. People who know how to quiet the static of their own anxiety, regulate their nervous systems, and tune in to the subtle, vital signals of the people around them.
And that ties directly back to our core theme today. True wealth isn't just the accumulation of capital or data. It is the richness of your connection to the world. It is the depth of your empathy.
Exactly.
By that metric, Aiden Storm is the wealthiest person in his universe because he knows how to truly listen.
He bridges the gap between solitary perception and shared understanding. He proves that while listening might start as a passive act, Empathy is an act of discipline.
Absolutely. So if you find yourself intrigued by this approach, this incredible blend of traditional herbalist philosophy and modern educational strategy, we highly recommend you explore the source material yourself.
It's so worth it.
It really is. You can find more of their resources and stories by visiting Kokoshungsan.net. That is Kokoshungsan.net. The work they are doing to make complex ideas emotionally accessible is genuinely worth your time.
It serves as a vital reminder that in an increasingly noisy, data-driven world, the most revolutionary thing you can do is learn how to distill the noise into meaning.
So what does this all mean for you? Whether you are trying to innovate in a corporate environment, trying to mentor a child, or just trying to navigate a conversation with someone you disagree with, the underlying mechanics remain the same.
They do.
Wisdom doesn't come from shouting the loudest. It doesn't come from accumulating the most raw data or crushing your opponent with empirical facts. It comes from pausing. It comes from doing the hard work of syncing your state of mind to be receptive to the signals around you, and then building the infrastructure to translate that empathy into action.
It requires us to validate the early, messy stages of discovery in others, just like Grandmother Willow did.
Yeah.
And it requires us to welcome the Dr. Thompsons of the world to allow our intuition to be tested and refined by reality.
We have to become the bridges for one another. And we'll leave you with this final provocative thought to carry with you today. Think about the wind blowing outside your window right now.
Yeah.
If it were carrying the exact memory of someone's greatest hope, or the heavy burden of their hardest lesson. Wait, scratch that. Let me rephrase. If it were carrying the exact memory of someone's greatest hope, or the heavy burden of their hardest lesson, are you moving slowly and quietly enough in your own life to actually hear it?
Whoa. Whoa. In the echo of the morning light, will burst forth, igniting the night. Dreams arise like flames unfurled in the symphony of this wild world. Stand tall and seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way with every beat. To play in the rhythm of each new day. Through every storm, through every doubt, courage rises, banishing clouds. With passion as your guiding force, you'll find your purpose, chart your course. Stand tall and seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find dreams take flight in the symphony of life. You shine so bright. For every challenge, a path will clear. Just hold on tight, for victory is near. Stand tall. In the echo of the morning light, hope bursts forth, igniting the night. Dreams arise like flames unfurled in the symphony of this wild world. Stand tall and seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way. With every beat, a chance to play in the rhythm of each new day. Through every storm, through every doubt, courage rises, vanishing clouds. With passion as your guiding force, you'll find your purpose, chart your course. Stand tall and seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way. With every beat, a chance to play in the rhythm of each new day. Through every storm, through every doubt, you'll find your purpose, chart your course. So let your spirit dance and dreams take flight. In the symphony of life, you'll shine so bright. For every challenge your path will clear. Just hold on tight, for victory is near. So let your spirit dance and dreams take flight. In the symphony of life, you'll shine so bright. For every challenge your path will clear. Just hold on tight, for victory is near. Stand tall, seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way. With every beat, a chance to play in the symphony of this wild world. Through every storm, through every doubt, courage rises, vanishing clouds. With passion as your guiding force, you'll find your purpose, chart your course. Stand tall, stand tall, stand tall, stand tall, and seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way. With every beat, a chance to play in the rhythm of each new day. Through every storm, through every doubt, courage rises, vanishing clouds. With passion as your guiding force, you'll find your purpose, chart your course. Still find your spirit dancing, dreams take flight. In the symphony of life, you'll shine so bright. For every challenge your path will clear. Just hold on tight, for victory is near. Stand tall, seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way. With every beat, a chance to play in the rhythm of each new day. Through every storm, through every doubt, courage rises, vanishing clouds. With passion as your guiding force, you'll find your purpose, chart your course. Stand tall and seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way. With every beat, a chance to play in the rhythm of each new day. So let your spirit dance and dreams take flight. In the symphony of life, you'll shine so bright. For every challenge a path will clear. Just hold on tight, for victory is near. Still find your spirit dance and dreams take flight. In the symphony of life, you'll shine so bright. For every challenge a path will clear. Just hold on tight, for victory is near. In the pulse of life, find your cheer, and in your heart dispel all fear. For in this journey, come what may, you'll find your strength to light the way. You'll find your purpose, chart your course. Stand tall and seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way. With every beat, a chance to play in the rhythm of each new day. So every storm, through every doubt, courage rises, vanishing clouds. With passion as your guiding force, you'll find your purpose, chart your course. Stand tall and seize the day. In your heart, dreams will find their way. In the pulse of life, find your cheer, and in your heart, dispel all fear. For in this journey, come what may, you'll find your strength to light the way. journey, come what may, you'll find your strength to light the way.